Tropicana Resort and Casino on the most famous corner of the Las Vegas Strip features luxurious rooms and suites, award-winning entertainment and dining, 3 swimming pools, and exciting casino action. Book today at www.tropicanalv.com. And back here at the Poker Dome, we continue. 5 players. And here's where things stand right now. Chris Stocks continuing to have a huge lead. As you can see, more than 100,000 chips over Paul Niemela. Robert Brown, Jim Crockett, and Helen Moorhead are in a rather precarious situation. Not where something has to happen instantaneously, but in a situation you don't want to be in. The blinds have gone up to 2 and 4, so that situation does get more precarious now.
Every orbit of the table is going to cost those short stacks 6,000.
Look at Stocks.
And he merely calls, hoping somebody behind him gets a little bit out of line. Perhaps Crockett might want to raise here, and he will find himself in a world of trouble.
Maybe.
Oh, and he falls. Wow. Talk about dodging a bullet.
Check. And see 4 checks. We have 2 players to the flag.
Brown will check. Wow. 10, 5, 8 on the flop.
Now Stocks has no way of knowing that Brown hasn't made any piece of this flop. I expect him to bet here, and this probably will be the end of the hand.
C5 bet 7,000. 7,000.
And if I'm Stocks, do not show the cards.
I'm sure he will not do that. Are you ready to be part of the most exhilarating and breathtaking poker series ever to hit the streets of Las Vegas? Well, all you have to do is log on to mansionpoker.com, register and enter the daily online qualifiers, and it could be you. Each week, 6 lucky players from around the world are thrown right here to Las Vegas to compete inside the Poker Dome. Log on now to mansionpoker.com, and you can earn a shot at $1 million.
C6 folds.
Oh.
C1 folds. C3 folds. C4 calls 4,000. C5 checks for a heads up.
So 2 to the flop, Jack, 6, 7 flop.
Now Brown hasn't connected here. He has the best hand with ace high,
C4 bets 10,000.
and he boldly bets it. And that kind of sort of defensive bluff bet is going to serve him well in this hand.
Stocks, though, he doesn't see much future in his hand and lets it go.
Blinds, please. I need 2,000 for C5. Thank you.
Now Chris Stotts, with this gigantic lead, needs to keep putting pressure on the other players. Anytime nobody has shown strength, he needs to just raise it up. And if nobody has anything, Stocks will collect an easy, uncontested 6,000 chips.
C4 folds.
Brown got out of there with that ace-8, so now Stocks in a situation where he can show some power here.
12,000. 12,000.
Even though he didn't have much.
And Moorhead with an 8 high will indeed have to fold. And Barry, she is getting low.
C6 folds. C5 wins the pot.
And every time Moorhead is in the big blind and doesn't play, it costs her 4,000.
Moorhead, 3 years that she's been playing poker, and she does have a very close connection to somebody who was associated with this event.
Andrew Rogers runs the Bar Poker League that I play in Minnesota, and he came back and told us he won. He was going to Vegas. A bunch of us in the league have been playing, and I won a couple weeks later, and Andrew just talked it up really nice that it was a fun thing and just to go have fun, and whatever happens, happens, but just have fun.
Well, and you hope she is having fun.
I'll tell you what, that's one poker league I don't want to be a member of.
No, you're not kidding. I'll tell you, Andrew Rogers is the guy who steamrolled the field here more than anybody in the 5 weeks up to this one.
And we will see him next week in our first $1 million qualifier.
C3 folds.
First of 6 in our Gala 43-week season, culminating with that big $1 million championship right here in the Dome.
Next week, $50,000. So whoever wins that one will have won $75,000. That's not bad.
That'll buy a lot of lutefisk for the Minnesotans.
Yes, that's right.
C1 folds.
Stocks again. He's going to take this down. So he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And now Moorhead is getting to where she's going to have to act really quickly. She's at 15,000 now. Blinds are 2 and 4.
And one of the strikes against Moorhead is having the big stocks directly in front of her with his penchant for raising. She's going to be absorbing the brunt of that aggression.
C1 fold,
He's going to win this one by
touchdown.
default. So Niemela, who is, as we said earlier, the most experienced player at the table, still remains on the plus side of where we started with 51,000. We've got